Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Adel Ghandour, international agricultural expert. Good afternoon, Dr. Ghandour.
Good afternoon to you and all your audience.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Ghandour, could you give us your insight concerning the importance of this mega project, and what do we expect in the near future from this future of the which is going to aim at boosting the chances for production and also providing high quality agricultural products for Egyptians?
Actually, this is a very, very important project, especially for to reclaim more land and increase our agricultural land that was suffering from reduction by building and other activities. And this actually type of investment, it is sustainable because now it has two water resources. One underground resources and one from Nile Valley for these projects. Most of the crops grown under this project is very important project, like sugar beet for sugar, and it's much more economical than sugar cane, and it doesn't consume too much water. Also wheat with a high tech for good agricultural practices to produce a very high yield, at least to try to reduce the food shortage gap between consumption and import.
Yes.
As well as other crops, but it's doing very, very well.
Yes, Dr. Ghandour, now this project aims to reclaim more than 1 million fidans that are meant to bridge the gap between the production and importation. So, in addition also to following or achieving food security and self-sufficiency of strategic commodities. Why is it important for Egypt to have self-sufficiency of some commodities during the current time of the challenges that Egypt and the whole world is facing?
We have a real problem that we import 70% of our food. And I think the President Sisi do a very good job to go with a very strong decision to cultivate more land in the desert, actually to reduce the depending for import of such strategic crop. And also this crop, it is the industrial crop, like sugar beet. It go to sugar factories and we produce sugar. The same for corn. It's do actually for the industry, for the food, the feed for the cattle and chickens. And also there is a lot of imported, exported crops like potato, like peanuts grown under pivot and all automation. And it is actually, as I mentioned before, it is sustainable. That means that we can move some of the Egyptians to this location to create new societies and no afraid that the water, the underground water finish, and it is a very good investment now in the desert.
Yes, also the President during this inauguration of this mega project called for finalizing all the phases of Egypt's future project as soon as possible. How do you see the President's keenness on the rapid to quickly finish these projects, and also the projects of Toshka and projects in Beni Suef and also in Elmenia?
In Beni Suef, in Menia and in Toshka, it depends on high cash horticultural crop, like date palm, basically for exports. And it's actually very profitable and also create a job for the new generation, the new Egyptians. and it's all actually complete each other, as well as the project for greenhouses, the 100,000 acre of greenhouses. It is all very, very important for our food security and also to increase our income
Yes.
for export.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Ghandour, why is it a must or very essential for Egypt to maximize the local agricultural production, notably for a country like Egypt, of course?
It is more than it is very, very important because
Yes.
we import 70% of our food. Agriculture actually it's source to secure food. Also, it's a very good by making added value for our agricultural products for processing. For most of the crops like potato, we can make chipsy and pomfret and other type of potato. Also to make for other crops like date palm for export. So it also creates jobs for non-employment because actually it is very, very important.
Yes, Dr. Ghandour, how did the current global crisis, notably the coronavirus pandemic and also the Russia-Ukraine war, reflect Egypt's success in predicting such issues and also in taking the necessary steps ahead of those crises?
Actually, it is not only the war between Russia and Ukraine that affected, but increasing the price for fuel, it affects internationally increase in all the strategic crops. Just for example, the wheat, the international price come up from $250 per ton up to $550 per ton. And as you know, we're importing around 15 million tons. So actually this creates a very big pressure on our government to secure, and actually with the wisdom of President Mubarak, with this increase in price, the bread price didn't increase a penny around, although it's really high price. Now, actually, to produce wheat, either in the owned land in Delta and make good agriculture practices to increase the productivity, and also for the new reclaimed land, very important, at least to reduce little bit the pressure on the government for finance the importation of wheat.
Yes. So why is it important to achieve the optimum management of energy and also for water resources and at the same time to guarantee the high quality agricultural production?
You must know Egypt is a very arid land. It's arid land.
Yes.
This is the country that 100% or over 95% of our agriculture is cultivated land and we irrigate. And our water resource is very limited. As you know that we have area of Egypt 1 million square kilometers. This means 250 million acres. But we cultivate only 8 million acres. So there is a lot to do. So water must be treated like petrol. That we mentioned what is the income per cubic meter of water in dollars and what is the chance or working possibility for each cubic meter of water. So we have to really, by good agricultural practices and really to increase the income per 1 cubic meter of water because this is the limiting factor. But in rain-fed area, it didn't care because the water is coming, green water coming from the sky, nobody pays. But here, it is very expensive, so we have to respect the water.
Yes. So actually, Dr. Ghandour, this project is located along the Delta, the Dab'a axis. Okay. So
Yes.
and is situated near export ports, airports, and near also industrial areas, and a number of main roads and accesses. Could you please elaborate on the importance of the location of this project?
Yes, normally for the new reclaimed land, we depend on industrial crop and exportable crop.
Yes.
And as you know, there is a lot of infrastructure projects like highways, very well done and easy for export. Also, the train coming from Ain al-Sukhna until the north coast. This also can deal with container for export. Also, the project, as I mentioned, that they put infrastructure to supply from the Nile water. So I think everything, and also it is near for 3 industrial areas. This is 6 October industrial area, Sadat industrial area, and in Alexandria also. So it's really vital for our economy, and it's very, very important for the future of Egypt.
Yes. So, Dr. Ghandour, Egypt now for years since President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi came to office was keen on developing the infra or re-establishing the infrastructure. So, why was this step prior or important, and how did the presence of the necessary infrastructure before Egypt started cultivating the targeted areas of land, how would this help in implementing this mega projects?
As you know, محور Dab'a, it's very now. If this highway didn't exist, I think it is impossible that we cultivate all this land. I think the policy now to cultivate about 1.2 million acres, and in the near future, I think they're talking about 3 million in this area. So without the infrastructure, and it's connected to most of the ports and exportable, so it is easy for export. A lot of industrial area that to facilitate to plant something and manufacture and export it.
Yes.
As well as also fresh fruit and vegetable for export, like potato, like grapes, like oranges. It is all, we do a very good job in export.
Yes, I thank you very much for your valuable information. Thank you for joining us over the phone, Dr. Adel Ghandour, international agriculture expert. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short break, and I'm going to be back with you.